Okay, you may enter. Oh,
I
there
am
you are.
working on it. You need to accept.
I have accepted. Where are you? Where have you disappeared? Oh, hello.
I didn't load it yet. It's still...
No, you're still here. I see you with your little Sealy. Stupid Ayato Hafa. Actually, you know what? I need to do my dailies. Would you like to accompany me in doing my dailies?
You don't restrict them to one zone. So they're all over the place.
No, I restrict them to one zone.
Oh. Okay, so one of those is quest.
One of those is one that is like a normal quest, and the others are like the fighting ones. It's not gonna take long.
I was looking for where the hell the third one was. One of those is a running thing. I guess we could do the emergency first.
Oh, I just do whatever one first. I do from the bottom up.
Yeah, let's do the bottom one first then. I mean,
straight to the heart.
Yeah, that's just a running one.
Well,
I haven't seen these commissions in so long because I restricted to frickin' Mondstadt.
Well, since we're here and since we're recording, once again, Scott, please tell us about yourself and tell us how you've been.
Well, my name is Scott, and I'm currently 23, and I'm in my last year for Lluvia at the moment, so I finally get to be free.
Freedom.
Soon.
Freedom soon comes. What are you studying at Lluvia?
Psychology.
Psychology. That's kind of ironic.
Why is it ironic?
You know why it's ironic. You know, are you starting without me?
Yes.
That is so rude, you know, I invite you into my world.
And I'm doing a commission for you. How is this rude?
It's rude. I'm joking. I'm almost there though.
Alright, I forgot these count as me completing them too.
Yes, they do. Of course they do. Wanna beat up this image for no good reason. For no, absolutely no reason, but because she exists.
Because of I would be so kind as to battery my gene. Yeah.
There we go. As we're playing Genshin Impact, do you have a favorite Genshin Impact character, Scott?
Raiden Shogun is absolutely my favorite character.
Absolutely.
With Venti being a close second.
I thought Venti would have been the first.
I like Raiden a little bit more because I really like purple characters.
You know what? That's valid. So, you're saying if Venti was purple?
Yeah, then probably no contest.
No contest.
Because I do prefer his playstyle. Raiden is fun, and she's good, but I would have liked a little bit more lightning from her.
Yeah, more like, more flashy like Yaimiko.
I tend to prefer characters based on the VFX.
Okay.
I pulled Ganyu just for her boost.
Oh, that's completely valid, honestly. Speaking of Genshin Impact, once again, how long have you been playing Genshin Impact? Since day one?
Since day one, except I took 3 days rerolling accounts, so it's more like day 3.
Again, I'm not sure if that's okay to say, but alright, we're saying it because we're...
It is fine to say.
You know why? It's because I'm so accustomed to other gacha games.
I don't like people rerolling, but rerolling is normal in gachas. No gacha that's good doesn't allow rerolling.
I mean, that's fair, honestly. That's fair. You're totally right about that, at least. Okay, so what are we doing? Should we do... We can do emergency next, yeah. That guy's pretty easy to beat. 2 seconds and he's...
Who is it up there?
It's the Pyro Agent.
Oh, I never did an emergency here before. I usually just do once a month, which are like the Ayato Storm and stuff.
Oh, and the Rune God. Yeah. That's true. Well, Scott, today we're talking about a topic that I know both of us are extremely acquainted with. It's disappointment.
It is the perfect game for that.
It is
Oh, he's down now.
the perfect game for that. Has Genshin disappointed you quite frequently?
Genshin does disappoint me quite frequently. Your internet might be dying a little bit. You got a little bit robot-y there.
Did I?
You did?
Well, it's not sounding
You might want to
roboty.
ask.
It's not roboty on my end, so it's gonna.
You know, it's because you had a little dip in connection there.
Ah, probably. Digicel, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Alright, so. Disappointment.
Disappointment.
Yes.
How has Genshin
Genshin
disappointed
is
you? Tell me about how Genshin has disappointed you. I'm quite interested in knowing.
Genshin has disappointed me in many ways. Genshin has disappointed me in making me go to full guaranteed for most of my characters, giving me 50-50 losses to Chi-Chi all the time, and my artifacts still really suck for a player that's been playing as long as I have.
Well, everybody's artifacts.
Like, they are not good.
Everybody's artifacts kind of still suck even to this day, despite playing for how long.
So somebody who had a perfect Echoes of an Offering set 3 days after it came out.
Oh, what?
Yes, somebody had a perfect Echoes of an Offering artifact set with like 225 crit damage and 80% crit rate with Hydra damage cap 3 days after the domain came out.
Alright, okay. Well, you know what? Just chalk that up to them being extremely lucky. Because usually,
Yeah, and I am not.
Because usually for the community, it takes a while to farm, domains and get artifacts that we actually feel comfortable with. I mean, it took me quite a while to be comfortable with Kazuha. Quite a while. And I faced a lot of disappointment with regard to his artifacts, so I know how disheartening that could be. But with regard to actual real life disappointment, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that the effects of disappointment vary as a result of things like mental illness or, general life expectations?
Absolutely. Disappointment can come in various forms and to various degrees based on like, how you're feeling and how your mental health is. If you're in a good mental state, you might be able to get over disappointment a lot easier. But if your mental health is not in a good place, trivial disappointments could affect your life in a little bit more of a drastic way because you're in a worse place when you get that disappointment affecting you.
And of course,
on the flip side, you also have stronger disappointment based on certain things. There are trivial things that you can be disappointed at that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but when it's the only thing your mind's thinking about, it does disappoint you. But then there's also bigger kinds of disappointment, like if somebody that you trust disappoints you, which could hurt you a lot worse.
That's true. And of course, there's the trivial things that could manifest into something deeper as a result of mental illness, right? Because disappointment can feel
about like
even
mental
worse.
illness is it changes how you really perceive normal things. So something that somebody else might see as completely insignificant could genuinely bother you in your mind and be just as serious as something that other people consider serious.
That's a good point.
At the end of the day, if it bothers you genuinely, it bothers you genuinely.
And you're entitled to that. You're entitled to feel disappointed regardless of how trivial things are, because at the end of the day, it's what has you disappointed, yeah?
Yes, and that could put you in a very negative mindset and affect your day-to-day life.
It can. No, I can't cut.
Come to this domain. Come to the domain.
Alright.
What are you doing?
I was trying to do the last quest, but then I remembered I could not do it in co-op mode. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. Hold on, let me convert some resin. You made a good point just now about how the effects of the disappointment can lead into a more drastic emotion. Yes. So generally, how do you deal with that sort of emotion, that disappointment when it hits?
Well, when you experience disappointment, you kind of have to cope with it in a similar way to how some people would cope with grief. You have to tell yourself, it happened, you can't go back and change it, you just kind of have to deal with it and move on in life with the risk of being stuck if you don't. And if you get stuck in life and you just dwell on that disappointment, then you're susceptible to all other sorts of dark feelings.
So essentially, there is a pro and con side of disappointment. Staying in that disappointment would obviously breed that sort of stuck and stagnant feeling. Whereas on the flip side, it sort of teaches us how to step back and kind of reevaluate how best to move on, yes?
Absolutely. Without experiencing constant disappointment in life, it'll be harder for us to experience grief or any other sort of negative emotion because we won't know how to deal with it properly.
So true. So essentially, what we can say here is that disappointment is a necessary part of life, right?
Yes, it's a necessary evil that we need as human beings.
Because we can't grow without it. And that is so true. That is so true. Have you ever had anything happen to you that was so entirely disappointing and it took a while for you to bounce back, but you did bounce back? And how did you bounce back?
I mean, I've never fully recovered from not getting Zhao, but I found other characters that I liked, and I just continue to observe him from afar, hoping one day his banner will come and I can pull on him before he's completely useless.
That's valid. I suppose we're going through kind of the same thing now because I'm not even sure if I'm going to get Ayato. But at least
he's so good.
He's fantastic. But at least if I don't get Ayato, I can understand that I'm disappointed. Yes, but at least I have a guaranteed constellation for my Kazuha, which is a win in my book. It is a win. That's not copium. It's a win.
It is a win.
It's a win.
And plus, you already have child, so you don't necessarily need Ayato.
I mean, but pretty boy though. But pretty boy.
Ma'am, I'm outside.
Oh, you're outside. What? Why did you move?
I thought you fell off.
Hello, I didn't fall. Oh my god.
Can you bring them close to this wall?
Yeah, look, I kind of did this on my own in co-op. Jesus Christ, Scott. I thought you were so in here. And now they're all targeting me because why? You're outside.
I mean, if you keep them near this wall, I can help.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Right here.
This is ridiculous. I can't believe this is happening. How did you even manage?
As I explained before,
how did you manage?
it's very easy for me to get stuck.
How did this happen? It's fine, we got him.
I can help. If you bring Nettie wall, I can still help.
That was interesting. That was really. It's more on the topic of our disappointment though. I know we've talked about how we can overcome and learn to persevere from that disappointment. But what else do you think we can learn from disappointments or disappointing moments in life?
Well, the poetic answer would be is that when you're faced with disappointment, you could take a step back and learn to appreciate what you do have in life. But in reality, it can be a little bit harder than that to really step back and look at something when you're feeling disappointed. But in order to move on in life, you kind of have to. So in a way, it forces you to look at what you have already in life and appreciate what you already have as a way to get over your disappointment.
Okay.
So it causes you to be more appreciative of the things that you do have.
And so with that appreciation comes a sort of realistic outlook as well, yeah?
Yeah. It definitely can also help with your mental state. If you know that there are good things that you have, you can appreciate those and not be upset about the disappointment as much. Obviously, it's still going to bother you, but it won't bother you as much if you have something positive that you can focus on.
And what it is gradually you learn to cope better with disappointing things, yeah?
Absolutely.
It's true. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I have
Like right now,
one
I'm using
more.
my Ayato, and to cope with the fact that you're seeing him in front of you, you're using your favorite Kazuha to remind you that you love him.
You know, I did not come here to be bullied.
But
I did
you
not come.
invited me here, so that comes with the diff.
Yes, I forgot how much you love to bully me. You know, he used to bully me in when we used to work together at the bookstore. I
Well,
just wanted to say
yeah.
that.
I mean, that's a way of showing affection. Tiny jabs that don't actually cause hurt, but they're funny.
I mean, I feel like you're the only one laughing at me not having a Yato, but alright.
You are definitely laughing
I
whenever I make a
am,
joke.
no, I am definitely laughing. You're correct. I laugh at my own genius. So correct. Are you in this circle? Can I start this domain, or are you going to leave again?
You locked me out. I am not to blame there.
No more resin. I like this little talk that we had with regard to disappointment, because I feel like there's so much we actually can learn from disappointment, and
There is.
if we really take the time to step back and allow ourselves to understand why we feel a certain way and how to learn from that certain emotion, then we can really heal in the way that we are meant to, and see some really positive outlooks from even the worst of situations. That doesn't mean to say you be ridiculously and overly positive every time like something negative happens to you, because negative things happen all the time, and they're genuinely going to hurt, and they're genuinely going to feel like it's not going to get better, but it does over time.
It does. And I mean, life is meant to be lived. There's ups and downs, but you gotta go through everything to have a full life. Where did you go now?
I am at the...
Oh, right, it is, it's really far.
Yes, I am. I'm going to wait right here.
Are you in Tenchikaku? Where are you? Oh, yeah, on the mountain.
Up on the mountain. This was I wanted to thank you for really being the first guest on this Motivational Teyvat series, because it's something that is easily going to become one of my favorite things to do, and I'm thankful that you're here because you're one of my favorite people.
Aw, thank you.
You are genuinely one of my favorite
I can't believe we met in that awful workplace that was that bookstore.
As we're talking about disappointment and life's disappointments, do you have anything you'd like to share with our viewers?
Yes, my word of wisdom is that if you're in a really bad workplace, try to get out of it. It's not worth being in a toxic work environment, even if it's your primary source of income. You would be better off somewhere that makes you happy.
And somewhere that is genuinely good for your mental health, because really and truly you can't really put your best foot forward and your best work out if you're not mentally there, yeah?
Absolutely.
The art is so pretty. Oh, yeah, Chi-Chi. No! Why are you like this?
You put me on a cliff. This is your responsibility to bear.
Where have you gone? Why are you higher than me? Oh my god.
Burn the statue to revive the dead zombie.
Goodness gracious. Let's meet at the Rito statue actually, since I'm gonna probably do the event. Because by the time we finish filming this, the event would have started, I think. So we have learned a lot today, Scott, honestly. We have learned to appreciate the circumstance that we are in, and to sort of step back and take a gander at how best we can deal with things that are disappointing. And we learned that we can gather quite a lot of positive outcome from disappointment if we only take the time to really, as I said, look back and step back and kind of understand that this is happening and we need to deal with it, right? Because
absolutely.
of this little thing that I wrote here. Today's disappointment has potential to be tomorrow's achievement.
That absolutely makes a lot of sense.
I think that is great. Oh, congratulations on Sayu, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I got her yesterday. She's amazing.
Well, I think that is it for today. Thank you for being here for the first episode of Motivational Teyvat. I hope you come back.
Yeah.
And I hope that everyone has enjoyed our first video. Please, if you do, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next Friday. Bye!
Bye-bye.
So you just yielded the statue.
Why did you put us on a cliff?
I don't know. I know what? I make mistakes.
I mean, I feel like you just set it up so perfectly.
I make mistakes, okay?
You put us on a cliff. If you had put us in like Chicago or something, I wouldn't have anywhere to
You
jump
would have climbed the
off.
building and jumped off.
No, that would have been too much effort.
Right.
I would have just
okay.
stood next to you.
Alright, okay. Good, stop lying, liar.